Shalom Israel, Shalom Yasha'Allah, Brother Tazwan Gabraya Allah, Brother Nasha'Aya,
Brother Pagaya Allah,
Brother Yaramia.
coming back at you with these precepts, and another cold cut, giving of course all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashman Shut, Wamlak Yahushai, Hatazadaka the righteous, right? Of course, giving a strong Shalom, right? Why Yahbashim Yahushai Brakatham, right? To all of the mighty, powerful Akim that go on the highways and byways, laboring, pushing his truth to the four corners of the world and in the earth, in pureness of heart and sincerity, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, right? Going on the highways and byways, enduring the elements, enduring temptations, enduring spirits, right? And doing all things for the elect's sake, for of course giving a hearty shalom, right? Why Yabashim Yashar Shamartha, to all the aqua in this truth, married, unmarried, honoring thy husbands, right? Keeping the law, statutes, commandments, raising up the mighty children, decently and in order, right? Being a light, a pillar, foundation, working with thy hands, right? As a mighty Proverbs, be one woman, cleaning, cooking, sewing, submissive, right? Doing charity, doing alms, right? Doing all things, right? For the hopeful elect's sake, to all the aqua, all the beloved sisters, bid you a shalom, right? Giving the course, right? Also a mighty shalom, right? Yabashim Yashai, right? Wash my thumb, right? To all the mighty Banyu, the mighty children in Israel, honoring thy mother and thy fathers, right? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, right? Being a strong tower and a strong pillar, right? In this darkness, right? Of course, right? Bidding a mighty Kabanim, Pasaquayim, right? Payat HaDawad, that belongs to the elders of the house of David, that's been laboring in the truth, patiently waiting for the second of our Lord Hamashak, Wamlak Yahushai, right? And doing 20, 30, 40 plus years, showing what it means to have true endurance in this truth, and being a strong foundation and a pillar and example for us to follow after, right? To all the Mashak family far and near, right? Bid you a shalom, right? Come. Trying to reconnect. Gone slug. Lord willing, we back live. Gone. Right, but again, right, if you're in the New Jersey area, right, Lord willing, you're able to come out and do the work to congregate to receive the word of life, right? We will be right at the boardwalk in Jersey. So if you are in the area of New York, Rhode Island, Philly, Jersey, Connecticut, right, if you're up there in that region, Abaratazar, Lord willing, you're able to come out and do the work of the Most High. Right, so let's kick it off, right, with the book of Acts, chapter 8 and verse number 40. It reads, but Philip was found at Azotus, and passing through, he preached in all the cities till he came to Caesarea, man. Right, so Philip, as he went through, man, in his journeys, and he preached through all the cities, man. Right, so if you're in a city, right, and you don't have a camp, or if you got brothers around you that's able to congregate, man, hey, all brothers should be preaching through all the cities, man, right, making this word to be manifest through all of the four corners of the earth, man, right, because that's what the Lord commanded to, right? It wasn't men, right? It's like the men of the Lord, man, right, weren't just sitting by idle, man, right? They went through multiple cities, man, to prophesy and to preach the word. Right, let's get that in the book of St. Luke, to the Spirit. Right, the book of St. Luke, chapter 4, and verse number 43. And it reads, and he actually slaughtered at verse number 1. It reads, actually I'll start at verse number 40. Now when the sun was setting, all they that had any sickness and diverse diseases brought them unto him, and he laid his hands on every one of them and healed them. And devils also came out of many, crying out and saying, Thou art Hamashiach, the son of Yahweh. And he rebuked them, suffered them not to speak, for they knew that he was Hamashiach, man. Right, and that's spiritual, man. Right, because the work never stops, man. Right, it says, now when the sun was setting, all they that had any sick with diverse diseases brought them unto him, man. Right, because the sheep always needs to be attended to, man. The flock always has to be looked over. Land that has cattle, that has land, right? That has sheep, that has oxen, that has goats, right? You may have horses, right? You may have some sort of property or substance, crops thereof, man. And you make sure that these things are protected at all times, right? You make sure that these things are consistently watched over, right? Consistently nourished, man. Consistently protected and fed thereof, man. Right? How much more the flock of the Most High, man? Okay, right? Because the work doesn't stop, right? When the so-called sun sets, man. The work doesn't stop after camp, man. Right? Right? You go to camp for 3-4 hours and that's it, man. No, there's still much studying that's required, man. There's still counsels that's needed. Right? There's still much laboring abundance that brothers do, but behind the scenes, right? To make things increase, right? To help benefit the ministry and body thereof, man. Right? Brothers do ministries and prisons thereof, man. Right? So the work, it doesn't stop, right? Just because of the so-called sun goes down, man. Right? Our people should be in a mindset, right, of constantly, right, making sure that this word is going out, man. Right, constantly thinking and beseeching, man. Right, how the hell do I get out of captivity? Right, rather the latter end, man. Right, of how do I survive here, man? So reading on, it reads, and it was day, he departed, and when it was day, he departed and went into a desert place, and the people sought him, and came unto him, and stayed him, that he should not depart from them, huh? Going away, right? Nothing at all. That's why the Lord, he commanded him, right, to be disciples, man. It's like he commanded the disciples, man, that became a chapter 16 and verse 15.